Oh, just play the tune on this. Bit loud. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 1, 1. There we go. Ready? Welcome to the Chairwood Podcast with me, Simon Burridge.
And me, Rachel Burridge. Yep.
Hello, everybody. Episode 61. Just me and Rachel having a catch up, aren't we, Rachel? But Rachel structured it. But before we start, Rachel, would you like to guess how long it is before the sign falls off the wall?
We've never done this.
Okay, then we won't do it then.
No, it's fine, but we never get a chance to do it, is what I mean.
So it's your turn to guess. And next week, it's my turn to guess. And I have a string pulling
it. How fluky would it be if we do actually literally...
It's not for the money. It's not for the charity money. Just for our own personal growth.
Money. So I have to give you 100 if you win. You give me 100. Yeah. No chance.
Giving us a time at all, Rachel?
It depends. Have you got new tape? Old tape?
Yeah.
Okay.
One episode before. Tapes and one episode before.
Okay, so I'm going to say 8 minutes and 24 seconds.
Ooh. 8 minutes and 24 seconds. Right, let's go to our sponsors. What? I'm going to guess next week.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it this time.
I guess next week.
Okay.
So 8 minutes and 24 you said, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So we go to our sponsors, thank you. And see you in a bit.
Today's sponsors are De Medici Associates, Chartered Structural and Civil Engineers.
Based in the UK with a worldwide reach.
Visit their website on demediciassociates.com.
New Digital, helping businesses build their online presence with web design, SEO, Google Ads and social media. Get 10% off when you quote Cherrywood today. Visit their website at nudigitalera.co.uk.
And bang, we're back after all that time. And as you can see, I'm still cleaning my glasses. And that's because it's happened instantly. That's the magic of editing.
Well, at least you're not sitting there now going,
Oh,
wait, have that?
Yeah, okay, you mention that every single episode. Well done.
Is it a little bugbear of yours?
Got anything else? Do you want to just every episode come up with the same laughter, or do you want to come up with some new material? Don't pinch me. How are you?
How are you?
I think that's what I do every episode.
How are you?
So had a good day today, didn't we? Went for a walk to practice for your Inca Trail.
God, it's so hot in here. It's so hot.
Yeah, very hot.
Sorry, it's very hot in here today.
So it's 30 degrees in England, isn't it?
I think when we were driving back, it said 32 in the car.
32 degrees C.
Which is very, very rare for England, let's just say.
So Rachel's come up with a little bit of a structure, so we've got some bits to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to thank our sponsors so far, though. We're on episode 62. That's a good figure, isn't it? We've definitely got up to, I think I've done episode 80 something already.
Wow.
Already been edited. And there's a lot going on outside.
Have we shut the window? We have shut the window.
Did you open the one out there?
No.
Oh, then I'll shut this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
anyway, sorry about that. And we've got a few more wedding vendors coming in. Mm-hmm. So Frankie is due on Friday. So he'll come out on podcast. Frankie is a florist that's just up the road. We had someone blow us out last minute. We thought, who have we got nearby? It's a wedding vendor. So we grabbed Frankie up the road. Never met him before. He's just a florist. And we said, do you want to come on a show? And he went, yeah, I'll do it. We gave him a day's notice, didn't we? And really lovely.
It was amazing.
Been mates ever since, haven't we? So, yeah, we do stuff for Frankie. Frankie does stuff for us. He doesn't go to Hollywood much, I don't think.
No, I must admit, he is amazing. A few weeks ago, we did a charity event to raise money for my charity. That's who I'm doing. Demelza, who have been on recently on the podcast. Alison from Demelza was on last week, I believe.
Yep.
And that's who I'm doing the trek for. Not my jolly, my trek. And he actually gave us some vouchers to spend in his shop for one of the prizes for our charity event as well. So
Perfect.
Thank you so much, Frankie, for that. That was amazing.
Perfect. And the week after, we got Terry Hobb Day in. And Terry's a videographer and a photographer, just like us.
And he said, he started off by going, right, I've only got an hour and then I've got to do this, I've got to do that. And I think on the 2 hour mark, he was like, right, I really have to go.
No, it was an hour and a half. I made sure I had about an hour and 20 of footage of card left in the camera. And we went on past it. So at the end of the podcast, it's just a picture of us at the end. And how embarrassing is that? I've got a videographer on and I don't manage to film the whole podcast. That's typical, isn't it? But he did say, I've only got an hour. Yeah. I've only got an hour. And we went on hour and a half easily. Yeah.
But no, I mean, he loved it. He loved it,
really
didn't he?
Interesting. Good guy. I like him. I like him a lot, actually. Known him for 10 years. We've won quite a few awards between us. And we always recommend each other because we know each other have come up with decent, good quality videos. So it's a good thing to recommend each other like that.
Will you leave the table alone? Did you just...
Well, a cable's falling down, so I thought I'd just tape it up while I'm chatting. So yeah, he'll be on in a couple of Fridays' time, which is good. So something like episode, I don't know,
63, 4? No,
what's
4
this is episode 61. He'll be episode 63. You're right, 64, yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
We would need to say thank you to our winner.
I was just about to say that.
She did a little post for us, didn't she?
Thank you. I only know you as Mumseed.
Mumseed.
Yeah, I don't know your actual name. You may have said your actual name, and I do apologise. But thank you so much. You comment and share on everything, as do quite a lot of you. And we just want to thank you all for commenting and sharing. And some of you even say, I was the first one to post. Yeah, I was the first one to reply. I've watched it, love it. That's really kind of you. So I really appreciate that. We've got quite a following now, Philippines following. And that's why I joked about, please don't pull out someone from the Philippines. How am I going to pay them? But luckily, Mumseed came straight up with a PayPal info. So I managed to pay her like that via PayPal.
But she did a really sweet thank you so much for my winning sort of thing post, didn't she?
So if we go to Philippines, we've got somewhere to stay, I reckon, much. Can we come and stay with you, Mumseed, if we go to Philippines?
We'll do a podcast from
there. Yeah.
Well, I've said on my trek, I've spoken to my little group, because I've got a little WhatsApp group with the trek, and they're all up for doing a podcast on the Inca Trail. So whilst we're doing it, how we're feeling, okay. And doing that as well.
That
so
saves
everyone
me doing a Monday one, doesn't it? So you can do that.
No, you've got to edit it. You've got to edit it still.
Oh, make sure you don't just record. I'm not going through it all. It's quite dusty, this table today, isn't it? It's because they're working next door. Look how dusty it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Look up, eyes up. Okay. Don't look.
So what else have we got on the list? So thank you, Mumseed. And thank you everyone for commenting, sharing. Please carry on doing that. Really appreciate it. And hope you are enjoying the podcast. And also, you guys that are constantly commenting, thank you again. But please ask some questions. You got any questions for us? Anything you want.
Wedding, business related.
Yeah, if you've got problems at
No,
home.
we're not Jerry Springer. Fight.
Any question, anything goes. You can ask us anything, and we will answer it with a genuine, honest opinion. Not necessarily the right opinion.
No, we won't.
But an honest opinion.
But we've got a lot of people now as well, like Tink, the balloon lady, as I call her, and the pole dancer. She has now requested us do a on-site podcast, hasn't she?
Yes.
So she wants us to come to her studio and she's going to teach us how to pole dance, and we're going to do a podcast, like a Monday podcast from there.
There's quite a few requests like that. Us actually going somewhere and doing them, which we've done a couple, haven't we? The banger racing was fun.
Yeah, celebrity soccer.
Yeah. We're going to follow. We've decided to sponsor Lewis Green, the boxer. We're going to sponsor Lewis for the year. Lovely guy. He's got some gloves waiting for us, which we're hanging at the back with, on our memorabilia wall. On our love wall.
Yeah, I'm just going to...
we're hanging them at the back somewhere there.
Still didn't come off.
So, good luck to Lewis. He may have a couple of sponsors also coming along with him. But if you want to sponsor a boxer for the British Commonwealth title, let us know and we'll put you on to the right place. If you want your sponsorship to be all over his corner teams, T-shirts, all over his tracksuit for the year. It'd be good, actually, because it's going to be on telly. It's a British and Commonwealth title, and he's a good boxer, very good boxer, isn't he? And he was fun, wasn't he?
He was fun, yeah. Ask him questions, he's like, you should knock him out. I just got to get him before he gets me.
Right. Okay.
And the photo at the end, you were like, right, you two like square off against each other. We're looking at each other like, don't laugh.
He doesn't do the theatrical promos.
No, not at all.
He just wants to fight, and that's it.
Yeah. And that's basically how it should be, right?
But that's not what sells the tickets.
No, I know.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I going to say? We have got a new little thing going on our podcast, you know, bit of a gimmick like our sign. Still hasn't fallen off the wall yet.
Is that what you're trying to do? Make it fall? No, that sign is knackered, by the way, isn't it? And
yes.
Thank you to Graham from Bond Carpentry.
Oh, yeah.
The one that's licensed to drill. If you look at one of the episodes, don't ask me what number it is. How long ago was Bondy on?
Was it 007?
Around the 30s, 40s mark.
Oh, we should have put it on 007. That would be so funny.
Licensed to number 7.
Yeah.
007, yeah. He wasn't up for it back at 7. Remember the odds of the Mondays, so he can never be 007. We can have him on a Monday, I suppose. Okay.
But he has he's done something very
nice.
He's
made us a new Cherrywood podcast sign, which is on slate. It's been cut out and it's got a resin inside it, and we're going to probably light it up and see how that looks.
Are we gonna bury this?
I don't know if we're gonna. I think we should still carry on doing the sign.
Are we gonna get a new one? I reckon, like by the end of the year. Well, we're going to have to do something to mark a whole year of it falling off the wall, like throw it out the window or something.
Tell you what we could do. As these Monday ones are
your legs are hot,
more relevant, more in tune with the date. You guys should be able to guess. Why don't you have a guess on how long? Like next Mondays. How long do you think it'll be before that sign falls off? So
yeah, everyone comment your
times. Comment your times on how long you think before the sign falls off.
And we'll say now. Monday. We'll do like a little action thing.
So episode 63, you're commenting. So what you need to do is you write episode 63, sign, and then a time.
Yeah. How
long it'll be before it falls off the wall. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah.
And let's see, let's see who's closest.
Yeah.
And we can clapperboard it to say right from now.
Yeah.
And then, But it's still not falling off the wall. I'm annoyed.
No, that's all right. What, has it gone past your 8 minutes then?
Yeah, 8 minutes, 24 seconds, yeah.
Okay. What else on the list, Rach?
But we're good. I was saying, as like the sign and the podcast thing that we do, we have got a new thing coming up, haven't we? That we are now asking every guest that comes in to create a Cherrywood playlist, haven't we?
Yeah.
So we're going to put ours in today.
So I've created a playlist. I've actually already done it.
You need to move your legs. Your legs are so hot and sweaty.
We've created a playlist and it's on Spotify, but can I find it? No, I can't. And can I remember what I called it? No,
we can't.
But it's definitely got the word Cherrywood in it. But there's also someone else who's got something called Cherrywood Shop. That's not us. So, and this playlist has only got about 3 songs on it. I've already got my song on it.
Have you? Yeah. You've already put it on. How have you put it on?
I've put it on the playlist, but I can't see it. Maybe I've got to make sure that playlist is visible or something. I've no idea.
You'll look into it.
I'll look into it and I'll put a link somewhere and I'll make it so it's visible, but I can't find it.
But the whole thing about I even saw it coming off the wall, but we've actually even broken the wood at the bottom.
Yeah, the skirting board's broken where it keeps hitting it. It did properly break this time as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Could use those lights for the new Cherrywood sign.
So we're going to blow this up.
Do you know what? This could don't worry, I'll worry about it later. But that could go behind the new Cherrywood sign. But we like this sign falling off, don't we? We like it falling off. Do we like it falling off? Message us. Do you like that sign falling off, or do you want that sign to stop falling off now? Have we overdone the sign falling off bit? What do you think?
I don't know. I kind of like it. It breaks up the podcast. Like that's the first second.
It only ever falls off in interesting bits, and then we forget what we were talking about. That's the other thing I want to talk about. Your mum.
I haven't put my thing on yet.
What thing?
My song.
Oh,
we were talking about my song.
Yeah, talk about your song. What song? Right, you take what song you're having.
I'm going to have Rihanna. Come on, rude boy. Because it's the only song that when it comes on, I can't not dance.
Come on, rude boy.
See?
Right, okay, you're having that.
Fine.
Well, me being a beautiful husband, I've picked This Year's Love by David Gray.
Because?
I nearly said Craig David. This Year's Love by David Gray, because it's our first dance song.
Aww. Do you remember at our wedding? We got Chris Underwood, didn't we?
To sing it.
And Dan to do it.
Yeah.
And I think they learnt it the night before the wedding.
No, right, this is what happened. Yes, that is what happened. So none of you have met Dan yet. Dan is a friend of mine. He's a very, very talented.
Dan is a friend of mine. Dan is my friend.
Danny is my friend. Danny is a friend of... I know a friend called Danny. Sorry. I don't know if any of you heard of that, but that Jesus is a Friend of Mine song is really catchy.
God.
Really catchy. You hear it a lot. Jesus is a friend of mine. Jesus is my friend. Jesus is the friend of mine. I have a friend named Jesus.
And
it just makes me laugh.
He showed the kids once and now they can't stop singing. And
It's
even
so
they
funny.
get Alexa to sing
You can even get Alexa to play it. Anyway,
Sorry,
I digress.
Dan. Yeah.
So Dan is a keyboard player in the Ghost Ship Lanterns, a band that I am still in, but we haven't played for 10 years.
We're still in,
We're
but
still
we haven't
together. We are
played.
still as firm as anything.
But you
together.
still see them, don't you?
So Chris Underwood was on the show, wasn't he?
Yep.
But he wasn't with you, was he?
No, I was poorly, wasn't I? I was in hospital.
I think Kelly was the co-host.
Yes.
Kelly's coming back soon to co-host because you're having a checkup, aren't you?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And she wants to do a...
Having your crabs decrabbed. Been decrabbed.
Deflated like a dog.
The Rachel's been decrabbed. And because there's so many crabs, we've had to plan ahead, and Kelly's coming in to back up while the decrabbing goes on.
Shit. Right, anyway, so Dan, so the whole story.
Oh yeah,
of
what am I talking about?
The
Dan?
music. They learnt it the night before.
Right, so we had a live band on our wedding day. I was actually in the live band, which is a bit weird, isn't it?
Well, no, we had two because they did our first dance.
Mm-hmm.
They did a live first dance for us, and then you had the Charlie Monroe band.
Which I was playing.
Yeah.
So those two, it was a keyboard player and a guitarist. Chris played guitar. Chris Underwood, find him on previous podcasts. I don't know what number, but he's a good guy. He's also a filmmaker, documentary.
Music
do you want to
review.
talk over everything I say? Do
No,
you want to talk over absolutely everything I say?
You do the music
Do you
channel.
want to talk over absolutely
Yes, I do. You did the music channel review with him as well, didn't you? Which was hilarious.
It's one to have a look at. It's one for you kids out there. Musicians Review Channel. If you want to see a bit more of me, which I know you probably do, I'm going to take my glasses off. Don't need them. Musicians Review Channel. Have a look at that. That's a little experiment that went wrong.
No, it didn't.
It's funny.
I remember.
It's got a following.
I remember going to, what was it, Alexandra Palace?
Yeah.
Bag of monies.
Bag of monies. Oh, yeah, the bag of monies. And my... Came me before 1976.
It's the...
It's funny. Chris messaged me the other day with an old picture of, I don't know, I think it might have been Rod Stewart. It might have been Rod Stewart playing at the Crystal Palace in that stage, 1970 something.
Oh,
He said,
bag of money.
He said, this is just before the Tangible Flange played. Remember the band I said was called Tangible? Anyway.
And actually, that was our quiz night name, wasn't it?
So you guys haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, but look up Musicians Review Channel. And it's about, we review like amps, guitars, effects pedals. We review all that sort of stuff, but we do it with a little bit of comedy. And it was me and Chris Underwood. And we still say, me and Chris are still like that. The Musician Review Channel is still just as tight, but we haven't done anything for about 8 years. But he keeps wanting to bring it on. But the problem, I would spend every day with you, Chris Underwood, and we could brainstorm everything because...
Brainstorm.
Brainstorm. I said brainstorm. Brainstorm. Well, what's the other word?
Touch the brain.
Brainstorm. Brainstorm. Have you seen that thing where you can hear two things? You either hear brainstorm or...
Dickhead.
I can't remember. Dickhead, yeah. Anyway, I digress again. So... where am I now? What am I talking about?
Chris, you could spend every day with
loads
Chris.
of stuff together. We've got a comedy that we worked on together, and he's written something which I would say is more of a drama film.
We actually were talking about how they learnt the song the night before our wedding. Yeah. We weren't talking about them individually.
Anyway, I do a lot with Chris Underwood, and what I'm trying to say, and you, Dan, is that if we lived a lot closer, we'd get up to far more trouble. But he lives in London, which isn't far, but it is far because London's a pain in the arse. And Dan don't live far, but he's busy. Anyway, so They both.
The night before our wedding.
The night before our wedding. No, we asked them. We called them and said, "Look, we want David Gray,
This Year's Love,
as our first dance, and we'd love it if you two could play it and sing it for us." So Dan played keyboard because most of that song is keyboard. I don't even think Chris got the guitar out. Was he playing guitar?
I think he was a little bit.
He was playing guitar. Anyway, so we got announced onto the stage.
Dance floor.
We got announced onto the dance floor and said, "Now we're going to start the first dance." And they started, and they're both singing it. It's beautiful. And then I'm dancing with Rach. I'm like, I think Chris has forgotten the words. And it went on for a couple minutes longer than
the
it should have. But he refound it. He refound what he should have done. Anyway, I know a few of Chris's friends because he's in a band that used to be called Device, and now it's called All the Villains. That's another one to check out. All the Villains. Also check out Leopard Gecko Productions. That's his company. And what is the name of his friend? What is his name of his friend? He's Woody. What's the other one called? Oh my God! Because I'm on the spot, I can't remember his name. Guitarist in All the Villains. Plays mandolin as well. I'm so sorry. I can't think of names when I'm on the spot. Who?
Roy.
Let's call him Roy for now. Anyway, we got speaking to him in London. We met up with Chris in London. He was in a pub. Chris was talking to us, and then Dan turned up. And Dan is one of the most intelligent people. The keyboard player is one of the most intelligent people I've ever met. But he turned up with a carrier bag. Because when Dan used to stay around our house, he used to put a sleeping bag on the bed, on the spare bed. Do you remember?
Yeah.
He turned up with a carrier bag, and he came into the pub with his carrier bag in his hand, and the security thought he was a homeless person, and they wouldn't let him in. We had to tell the security, no, he's actually
our friend.
Our friend, and we were just cracking up. But that's Dan, isn't it? Dan was just like, what did he say? Catch a breeze. Wherever he lays his hat was his home for a spell. He's all settled down now, but at that time, that's what he did. And he used to play keyboard for Sweet Billy Pilgrim. A lot of you may have heard of that band, Sweet Billy Pilgrim. He toured with them for quite a bit. Very good player, like I say.
So
Dan came into the pub, and then we was talking to Chris's friend, and he went, I said, they sung our first dance song. He went, yeah, I know about that. He said, I was there the night before your wedding while they were pissed, trying to practice it, trying to learn it. Absolutely slaughtered the day before, trying to learn this song. And he said, I'm amazed they actually finished the song. I was like, great. Thanks for that, Chris. Because he give it the old, do you know what? I'm so grateful that you want us.
Thank you. And he was
what a privilege it is. What a privilege it is to have me sing your first dance song. It means so much to me. It meant so much that you learnt it the night before, Underwood, while pissed. Anyway, I let that go on for quite a bit, didn't I?
You did, yeah. But yeah, so that was just basically, we're going to do a Cherrywood playlist on Spotify. Ask every guest that comes on either their favourite song or a song that means something to them, or we've had a few. We've had first dance songs. We've had good songs that everyone likes. So yeah, so it is a work in progress, but we are going to ask every guest now to pick a song and put it on our playlist. And you can access the playlist. So.
Definitely. Also, I'm really into uncanny, and I like ghost stories. I like spooky stories. If you've got any spooky stories, send them to us and we'll read them out. Or if you want to come on the podcast, if you're abroad, we'll try and get some sort of Zoom thing going on. That'd be wicked, Rach. I want Mondays to be spooky stuff.
It can't all be spooky stuff.
I know. Well, it won't all be spooky stuff. But right. So when Kelly was hosting, when Rachel had her first crabs removed, and Kelly hosted
for 9 days.
And Kelly hosted, we did a Monday together, me and Kel, where we just chatted. It was the time when I said, Mike, the Cockney saying of
top of the morning too.
The well-known Cockney saying of top of the morning too, yeah. And also where I called Jenny Lynchfield
a Buddha,
not a Buddhist, a Buddha. that episode's a classic. Anyway, she mentioned then that she went to see Uncanny, and it spoke about the plumbing shop in Strood called I think it's called All Bits.
All Bits, yeah.
And your mum and dad your mum and sister went to Uncanny last night.
I think it was my mum and sister.
Oh, right, okay. Your mum definitely went last night, and the main story, if any of you have been to the Uncanny Live, was the Strood plumbing shop. Again, none of them has told us that story. I want to get hold of the Strood plumbing shop, see if they want to come in and chat about it. They may not be allowed.
They might do.
They may not be allowed due to Uncanny. They may have had to sign something to say, only us can talk about this. But I would love to ask them. But they're a business, so get them in anywhere. They're a local business. We'll get them in to talk about the plumbing shop.
Okay.
All right?
Cool.
So I want to do that. But if you've got any ghost stories, contact us. Send us your ghost stories.
You were going way back before I put in my song request.
Yeah.
You were saying something about my mum, I think.
What?
Going way back before we were talking about songs and Chris and Dan and everyone like that.
I think I was going to say about your mum went to Uncanny.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was it then.
That was what it was.
Right, okay. Thank you.
Anything else on your list?
Just what we've been doing recently, because we haven't really done one of these for a long time, have we? Because we've had a few guests come on. So we've added those more relevant issues to the time rather than having them to wait, if that makes sense.
So sometimes we have guests on that have got something happening in the next few days. Like we've just had Harry Ribbins on, who's about to fly to Texas to study. So we can't record him and then send it out once he's gone, you know, 3 months later. Because what we're recording at the moment for Fridays is coming out around October time. Yeah. The only reason we do that is because we're a wedding business, and there's going to be times where we can't come into the studio and we can't film. So that backlog will slowly go down, become a little bit more, in time.
But we have been quite busy with weddings, haven't we? We've done loads of headshots at the moment. We've got a dance company that we're filming and
Zappa, they've been on the show.
Yeah, we've got that happening very soon, haven't we? Like next week.
So we're shooting Zappa.
So yes, it's very busy.
It is very busy. Working with Chris also on his film, which I'm really excited about. Not had much time to do it because the distance, but we've got what he sent me so far. I love it. Love it.
We've got we're going to put in our Kent Wedding Awards. We're going to start our application for that, aren't we?
So we enter the Kent Wedding Awards usually as videographer of the year. We don't usually do photographer of the year. We've done it a couple of times. You got in the final, haven't you? But it's just so saturated in it. Just so many. So we just think, no, we just do videographer of the year. But we're also going to do the wow factor. Wow factor can be anything wedding related. So we thought, because this podcast, all right, we invite different businesses in, but we have a section which we call the Wedding Vendor Chat Show. It's still the Cheryl podcast, but it's called the Wedding Vendor Chat Show, where we get lots of wedding vendors in. So I'm going to edit a load of those together to come up with a video for that wedding awards. See if we can win it on the chat show. Then we'll have another one of those there with the podcast on it, as well as our plaque, which is on the wall, which we're very proud of.
Can we see if they'll do it in
123,500, something like that. 123
I wonder if they'll do like a plaque for us instead of an award. If we do win, just say, can you just turn it into like a plaque for us to put on the wall?
Just stick it in front of you, covering you up a bit more.
Just all the awards that we get. I'll be like, hello. Oh, by the way, are you going to tell people my stupid saying that I said yesterday?
What was it you said yesterday? You said something stupid.
Something, and it was quote unquote.
Yes.
I don't think it is.
You know when someone says, right, you can all answer this for us, because I'm not, I'm 99% sure I'm correct with this.
Do you want me to Google it?
No. I want people to comment in. This is all helps for the old numbers, right? Get them to comment in on this stuff. So you start the word with stupid sayings. And Rachel said, so I was this guy came onto the I don't know the actual what you've been talking about.
I don't know what we're talking about.
But you know when someone's going to say something and you say, and he said, quote, blah, 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 unquote. Rachel thought it was, and he said, quote,
unquote,
blah, 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 unquote. On quote. Quote, unquote.
Right, I'm going to put my hand up
quote,
now.
Quote, unquote. You're starting a quote and then you're finishing it. You're unquoting it.
But you don't say quote, blah, 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 unquote, unquote, whatever the saying is. You say, oh, and quote, unquote.
That's quote, unquote.
It's quote, unquote, because you're quoting.
Like you're saying crouton, quote.
Quote, unquote. It is quote, unquote.
It's quote, unquote.
Quant.
You called me a quantum a few times. And you quant.
Quote.
What do you call me?
Quote.
I love what you call me when I've told your parents something that you didn't want me to tell them.
Oh, grasshole.
You grasshole.
Like,
it's an arsehole and a grass.
You're a
utter grasshole. Like when I say she's got crabs again, got to go to the hospital. Have you really, Rach? Oh, you grasshole.
You're such a liar.
By the way, Rachel doesn't have crabs. So she's got to go to the hospital. And it is a sexually transmitted thing.
It's not. Oh my God, you're such a... People out there are going to think, oh, she's rank.
When we become famous, Rach.
Oh, what? Is that what?
They'll just know you as the
crabs girl.
STD girl.
I have not. Never in my life. And never will I have. Unless you're messing around.
You try telling my penis that. Sorry. No, she hasn't. I don't think she has.
You're so fucking horrible to me. Imagine if I did this to you and just gave you a roasting.
Would you have me any other way, Rachel? You married me for this laughter.
No, I didn't. I'm so drained. Oh, it's draining.
Oh, dear.
Oh, right. Okay, that's all I have.
Anything else on the list?
No, not really.
Right, we won't bore you anymore. We'll let you get on with your Monday.
And I think I need to, because it's so hot here, I think I'm melting.
We've got some other bits to record yet.
No.
Knock that on the head quick, eh?
Yeah, because we're melting.
Okay.
Thank you so much, everyone, for listening, subscribing, watching, commenting, everything. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, whack. Give it a good whack.
Sorry.
Yeah. Never changed, does she? Never changed.
But thank you. And P.S. everyone, I do not have any sexually transmitted diseases.
Yet. Watch your space.
Now say something nice now. Apologise. Otherwise, I'm going to sue you for fucking false
you clear
advertising.
Them up quickly.
No! I haven't got anything to clear up. I haven't got anything to clear up. Oh my God, you're so horrible to me. Please tell everyone, seriously now, that I've not got any STDs or STIs. Oh, right, I'm out of it.
No, she hasn't. She hasn't got any. She hasn't.
Trust me, out of us two, you're more of a slag, so I'll be worried about that. Anyway, I'm going because you're so fucking rude.
Anyway, thank you all so much. Like, share, all that stuff that keeps things going, you know. And I want to thank the sponsors, because without the sponsors so far, and we've had a lot, we've had Angelo's Interiors, DiGiorgio Properties, Dimedici Associates. Thank you so much. Demola, we want you on the show.
Yes.
Demola is the owner of Dimedici Associates.
I love him.
He is also a very talented writer and funny as anything. And you won't understand a word he's saying. It's hilarious because he gets too excited.
I love it.
We want you on the show. And thank you. You sponsored us the whole year for the whole year. And hopefully furthermore, because he really loves this show and he thinks it's going to be a great success. He's got more positivity about the show than we have.
Yeah, but you've just spent 20 minutes convincing everyone that I've got freaking STDs, which I really haven't.
Well, let them decide.
No, stop saying that shit. Thank you to all our sponsors.
Yeah, thank you.
We've got some new ones coming up as well.
WPS, thank you. I'm going to try and get through all of them. WPS, thank you. Daisy Potter. Amrit from New Digital. Thank you, Amrit. He'll be helping us out a lot more with our SEOs and things like that. So thanks, mate.
Snug Dubs.
Ooh. Snug Dubs. Ooh. DuckTales. Thank you, Snug Dubs, for all your help and lending us that van that we used. And we pretend that we're promoting it for you when we're just using it on the podcast. And also, soon to be called Piggies, we want to thank Downstairs, which is the CAF, which is Austin's Eatery, soon to be called Piggies, soon to be
they're rebranding,
a takeaway firm as well. So they're not just a CAF below, they're going to be doing takeaways. And I've seen some of the quality of the food that they're going to be knocking out.
Have you seen their pizzas? Their pizzas are wicked.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So thank you guys as well.
I'm melting.
The other one is Connect by Tech.
Yep.
Connect by Tech, thank you. Oh, God, I'm so sorry if I've forgotten anyone else. It's been quite a few now. Connect by Tech. Anyone else? Can you think of anyone else, Rach? Because I don't want anyone to feel left out.
Courtney.
Who?
Courtney.
That's I've just done that. He did Right at Home Medway as well. Yeah. So Grantley has 2, Connect by Tech and Right at Home Medway. Thank you, guys. And also, we're going to start putting a bit of Club Awesome on here as well.
That's coming up in the next 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, so we're going to be presenting an award to one of the autistic children at Club Awesome, and I'm really looking forward to that. Really am, because they're going to get awards for stuff that you would not normally. These children suffer a little bit, and you're getting hot in your age, and you want to wrap this podcast.
I'm literally. Look, I've actually got an arse print on the seat where it's so hot in here.
It is really hot in here. Anyway, so they're not at school all the time because they have difficulties. So when you're not at school, you don't get rewarded for it. But these kids are going to get rewarded for the stuff that they are really good at, like tidying up. Be the first to tidy up. Be the first to cuddle someone. The first to. I don't know.
I think we've got, because it's related to your business, so we're doing
we've got the photographer, best photographer. So it's someone that goes around that loves taking photos, and we're going to give that person an award for best photographer. And they're a charity, and they're lovely, and Kelly's lovely as well. So that's it. Thank you. I've rambled on far too long. Her arse is sweaty. It will bring on some STDs around the anal area. And that's it. Take care. Bye.
Oh my God. What are you going to title this episode? Rachel's got STDs, ?
Oh, I love this show. This podcast has been brought to you by Snugdubs Camper Van Hire.
Roam the world, park anywhere.
That's snugdubs.co.uk.